Take me out to the ball game, friends. It's Bulldozer Power returning once again in Super Mega Baseball 2 for the fourth game of 18 in our regular season with other members of Bad Company. As you can see, we've got the Brown Sox coming up, who are currently winless for the season. I look forward to giving them a sound thrashing in just a moment, while Bulldozer Power are now 3-0. However, the ego rating has been increased and anything could happen. Before we crack on, we'll have a quick look at the league leaders, just for the sake of my own self-aggrandisation. And as you can see from batting average, it's Wilbur Carface batting .750 after 3 games, which is remarkable. In fact, the top 4 are all members of Bulldozer Power, with Failure, Puckeye and Hookers also making the running. And then in the top 10, we've also got Sunny Watt and Ninja Pumpkin. It is decidedly Bulldozer heavy. For home runs, Wilbur Carface leads the way, followed by Hookers, and then runs batted in. Hookers with 18 is having a remarkable season. As we move over to the second set of batting stats, on base average, and its Failure with 762 is heading up the pack. Slugging percentage, you've got Carface there on top, and then when you add on base and slugging together, it's Carface and Hookers who are top of the table. For the Ocelots, however, Alejandro Tannen is coming in with a pretty remarkable score himself, and I look forward to taking on the Ocelots later in the season. The pitching stats obviously haven't got anything to show right now as far as wins are concerned, since most pitchers have only played 1 game. But there's Fuegas, Feetham and Conservative all listed in the top 10. In strikeouts, however, Mr. Feetham leads the way, and we'll see if we can't up that this week, as Hicks Alpha is taking the mound to lead us off. Anyway, let's not hang around. We're going to get to the game after these important messages. So it's the Brown Sox versus Bulldozer Power, and I'm looking forward to this one, as it's a home game, as you can clearly see. The Bulldozer faithful there in the stadium really lighting the place up. The Brown Sox will be leading off the batting, and they'll be facing Hicks Alpha.
Number 26, the third baseman.
So it's Alonzo Sharp, first up. We're not going to mess around with this too much. Let's throw him in one of these, see what he thinks. Dive? No, still haven't really worked that out. And apparently that's fair. He's going to do quite well out of that. We're going to chuck that one straight to third. Pretty bad throw, but we completed that anyway. And the fielding team is still having some difficulty. And that's another one in the same place, which is going to lead to trouble. But that one went foul. Only just, though. Hicks Alpha yet to find his rhythm, and that's another slightly wild pitch there, but that one went foul as well. But with a smashing change up there, and that's a strikeout, which is lovely.
Number 13, the right fielder.
It's Cesar Ronette who is next up to bat. He's got a slight bounce going on there. I wonder how he feels about this one. He decided to leave that one alone, probably just as well, because it was a terrible pitch. First good pitch of the day. That's more like it. Hicks Alpha needs to find his rhythm. That one a little high, but still in the strike zone. Let's see if we can fool a second batter in a row with a change-up. No, he's hit it foul. Almost fooled him. Semi-fooled that fool. And that's a second strikeout. Hicks Alpha there has got to be feeling good about that.
Now batting, number 4, the second baseman.
It's Edvard Turnpike with his big bouffant hair, who's taking up the next at-bat. Just dive, will you? No, that goes sailing past 2 batters there. Throw it. There you go. No, that's hopeless, and that's a run batted in.
Number 25, the left fielder.
So it's Steggerson up to bat next. So far he is 0 this season, and hopefully he's going to stay that way. Otherwise, there will be the ridicule. Strike 1. He fell for the sinking fastball there. And that's out. Good. Side retired. Steggerson still on 0 for the season as we look at the batting order for Bulldozer Power. And it is People's Champion.
Batting, number 32, the right fielder.
Swings at the first one. We obviously haven't established the we don't swing at the first one rule yet. But that one's gone straight up to centre field. Very nice hit there from Failure, maintaining his on-base average.
Now batting, number 35, the left fielder.
Here comes Hookers. He's not in a good mood.
Hi.
Turned up to practice yesterday and someone had nicked his parking space. He was unimpressed, to say the least. What's he going to do to this ball?
Outside. Inside.
Well, he gets a nice piece of it. That's what he's going to do to that ball. And that's enough to get him on base. We're not greedy here at Bulldozer Power. We're just going to take one base from that, despite the fact that Failure is apparently pretty quick on his feet. Here's Bam Bam Puckeye. She's not going for that, despite the fact that that was a beautiful pitch. Now she's in trouble. Well, she got connection with that one, but it went foul. That one's too low. She wasn't born yesterday. That one's wide. Not going for that either. Shouldn't have swung. Oh, and Puckeye disappoints on her first at-bat, which is pretty much what happens in every game before she cleans up. Here's Ninja Pumpkin. And again, the pitcher throws a beaut on first pitch. Swung at the second one, despite the fact that that was clearly curving like a bandit. But that's another nice hit to centre field, and that loads up the bases.
Now batting, number 11, the center fielder.
Statistical leader Wilbur Carface.
Too high. Steer it.
Well, he hit that one into the crowd. He's hungry for it. Nice ground ball there, and that gets a run in, tying up the score, and the bases remain loaded. Bulldozer Power looking for someone to clean the bases here. Even a double would be nice at this stage, and it's Sonny Watt, 2 home runs this season, 4 runs batted in, batting an average of 550. What's he going to do here? He's going to let that one go, even though it's a strike. Kaboof! That one's good for another run, and the bases remain intact.
Now batting, number 63, the catcher.
Catcher Steve Morey, not yet had a home run this season, but then that should be quite rare. Felt a little high to me, but it was clearly a strike. He gets that one away, and it's just a foul. A bounce slightly earlier there, and we could have had some excitement. Come off it, ref! You are joking. There was no way that was legal.
The first baseman.
It's Lee Hu, hoping to turn this final out into something useful.
Outside. Too low. Steer right.
What are you doing, swinging man? Leave it.
Look high.
And that's beautiful, and we're going to get 2 in here as Lee Hu hits a double, and Bulldozer Power now have a commanding lead.
Now batting, number 33, the pitcher.
Hicks Alpha looks a little nervous, but frankly the pressure is off. We've scored well in this inning. The pitcher's all over the place at the moment.
Outside.
Not a single strike so far. Hicks may be looking nervous, but he has clearly got this pitcher rattled. That, however, has popped up beautifully, and Hicks doesn't manage to achieve anything good out of that. But 6 runs, 4, no, beg pardon, 6 hits, 4 runs batted in. That's a very nice first
now
inning.
Number 42, the shortstop.
Chris Jock there, league minimum weight for Chris. She's on a high protein diet. Nope, once again, failure to dive. And failure to pick the ball up while we're at it. Just throw the thing, will you? And the Bulldozer Power fielders continue to be unimpressive. Here's Bob Roquefort. Just how cheesy is he? And the no-look catch there over his shoulder by Steve Watt, Sonny Watt, whatever his first name is, was beautiful. Here's Bard Ruth. Hard to see in those welding glasses that he decided to sport today, but we'll see if he can pull something out of the bag here. Not entirely sure what happened there. Threw that ball straight into the dugout, despite the fact that that was utterly unnecessary, and that puts a runner into in a home base because they had all the time in the world to run that in. Disastrous fielding from Bulldozer. What's he doing? Throws that one straight at Steve Morrie's head. We'll try the same pitch again, but better. That one's been popped up, but that's going into the crowd. Little low there. There's strike two. Oh, come on. That was great. What are you talking about? Popped up into the sky. And hits him in the head. Nope, it's a foul. Straightforward foul. Didn't quite mash a member of the crowd as I thought it might do there. Strike three, and that's the third strikeout there for Hicks Alpha. Very nice, retires the team. One more run there, but clearly still dominating our Bulldozer Power. They do not yet look to be under threat, and they're back at the top of the batting order.
Number 32, the right fielder.
There's a lot of sunglasses being worn in this league. Straight through his legs, nutmegs the pitcher and gets on base again. As the Brown Sox seem to be running up to congratulate him there.
35, the left fielder.
Here's Hookers. He's pretty unflappable.
Inside.
Totally ignores that one, as he's been trained to do, but he takes a big swing at that and it looks promising. It's out of here. That's 2 runs batted in, first home run of the day. B-Jack Hookers just squeaks it over the fence. If the fielder had had a little bit more guts there, they might have jumped for it or some such, but they didn't, and they're going to be disappointed with that. Here comes Puckeye. We all believe that she can get it done. Leaves the first one, which again is a good pitch. But she swings to the second one and stamps her authority on this match by popping that one straight over centre field. No swinging to the near fence for Bam Bam Puckeye. No, she nails that one straight over centre field, and she's the business.
Now batting, number 62, the third baseman.
Here's Ninja Pumpkin. He looks good. Big smile. No, mate, says Ninja Pumpkin. No, mate. Pumpkin's in trouble. But he doesn't care, but he's going to get caught. Unfortunate, but he did judge that one correctly at least.
Number 11, the center fielder.
Home run hero, Wilbur Carface. What's he going to do? Well, he's going to leave it. I mean, that's about as predictable as it can possibly be. It's like the sun rising in the morning. And that one was very, very high. Takes a swing at that. That's good enough to get him a double. And Carface is now on second. And we've got one out here in the innings that we're in.
Number 13.
Second, probably, I reckon.
Hi.
Sonny Watts, not Steve, as he's so often referred. But he's facing down Kurt Corker here. And that's a very nice, confident strike to centre field, which will put him on first, while we've got a runner on third.
Now batting, number 63, the catcher.
Steve Murray. Not a remarkable season so far, but he's certainly been consistent. A late swing from Steve. He's off his game a little bit today. He takes that one on. That one's gone foul as well. Steve at least making connections here, and that's going to help his confidence. That one's good, but it goes straight to the second baseman. He's out, but we do get a run in and another runner further up the transition from base to base, which has probably got a name that Americans use. That one was ever so slightly low. That one's not going to do, though, and that's the side retired. I don't know who that is that I should be yelling at, but I'm not that bothered, because that's another 4 runs there for Bulldozer Power. If they keep up this momentum, it will be a high-scoring game for them. But if we know anything, they're erratic at best.
The third baseman.
Hoping to see a dive from a fielder in this innings. Now, that was a hell of a pitch. Strike 1. That was pretty good too. And that's another strikeout for Hicks Alpha, who has got his game face going. As nervous as he may look, he's really getting it done. First baseman Joseph Reynolds now up to face what is an increasingly confident Hicks Alpha. Dive. Well, okay, that was sort of a dive there. I mean, you know, maybe a little on the late side. But a flying fielder is something to behold.
Now batting, number 13, the right fielder.
Says Aronette for his second at bat. What's he going to make of this? Well, he's going to make a base hit. That's what he's going to make. Throw straight to third. At least the throwing is somewhat on target today.
Now batting, number 4, the second baseman.
Is Edvard Turnpike. Terrible throw, but he's fouled it anyway. Fouled that one as well. And here comes the usual finishing move. Yep, swung at that. That's another one out. Yet another strikeout there for Hicks Alpha. He's feeling pretty mighty.
25, the left fielder.
Here comes Steggerson. So far, 0 for 1 today. 0 for however many he's faced for the whole of the season. There we go. We charitably didn't run Steggs out there. Instead, we threw to second and retired the side. And that was a pretty poor show there from the Brown Sox. Apparently, they are famed as a defensive team.
Number 33, the pitcher.
Here comes Hicks Alpha. What's he going to do today? Continuing to wear down this pitcher. Rubbish. Here we go. Should not have swung again. If you see, I had the feeling that was going to be worth swinging at, and it really wasn't. Here comes failure. He's at 100 for today, and what's he going to do this time? He's going to leave the first pitch, which is low anyway, which means he's already going to leave the second pitch. You got a piece of that. That's ball 2, strike 2. That's ball 3, strike 2. Here we go. Game on the line.
Take your base.
And he's walked it to first.
Now batting.
Failure never failing to get on base.
The left fielder.
And here's Hookers. Soaks up another ball there.
Ball's outside.
And another one. I don't know if this pitcher's getting tired or what. Oh, a very narrow strike there.
Outside.
That's the third ball.
Take your base.
And that's another walk there. And surely the Brown Sox are going to make a pitching change pretty soon, because they can't keep this up for much longer. And here comes Bam Bam Puckeye.
Inside.
Takes ball 1.
Inside.
Takes ball 2.
Outside.
Takes ball 3. Well, that was the straightest pitch I've ever seen. Should perhaps have swung at that. Swings at that one instead. That's ball 3, strike 2.
Take your base.
And that's the third batter walked here in the third innings. What is going on?
The third baseman.
It's Ninja Pumpkin. But there we go, as expected. Kurt Corker is being, dismissed, frankly. And it's Cowie Sierra. Is it Cowie? Coy? Don't know, but Cowie is how we're going to pronounce it. We'll let him warm up. Doing some weird kind of underarm throw kind of technique here. That's going to take a little while for me to get used to. Oh, that was very, very early. This is an ungainly throwing system going on here, but that's good enough to get everybody out by the looks of it. No, good enough to get him in, and we've got a run at the same time. So we've got one run out there, but here we go with 2 outs, 2 on base. Carface is up. Swung early there. Still got some timing issues with this new pitcher. That's a nice big hit. Really not that nice, though, because that's Carface caught out. An opportunity wasted there, but Bulldozer Power at the bottom of the third inning are up 9 runs to 2.
Now batting number 42, the shortstop.
Chris Jock got a double off her first at bat. Will she be able to do similarly well on this, her second go?
Steer right.
How do you like them apples? That was a great pitch, no matter which way you cut it. That one's gone high up in the air. Carface is underneath it. You're out.
Now batting number 14, the catcher.
Bob Cheese now is going to be facing Hicks Alpha. See if he can do a little better this time.
Inside.
I don't think that was inside. I think that was a strike there, my friend. That one's gone low. Puckeye's got it. Throws to first. And that's the second out.
Now batting number 20, the center fielder.
Here comes Bard Ruth. Nice tash. Definitely got that one. And that's going to get him on base.
Now batting number 12, the pitcher.
Now the pitcher's feeling quite tense at the moment. I think we're just going to monkey with him.
Steer right. That's a strike.
He's swinging at absolutely everything, like a total clown.
Pitch is inside.
He left that one though, which is unfortunate.
Oh.
That's ball 2, strike 2. Ball 3, strike 2. This is the one that matters. And that's the side retired with another strikeout there. The runner running very quickly back to the dugout there. Clearly not particularly pleased about that. And it's Sonny Watt up next to face Cowie, whatever his name is. Bosch goes for it. First time it's out of the stadium. That one has come back into the stadium, having bounced off the wall. And if I hadn't thought that was a home run, I might have decided to try and take a second base off that one. But as it was, that was an opportunity wasted. This sportscaster certainly misidentified where that one was going. Here's Steve Murray.
Steer right. Inside.
He's not being fooled by that. And he's got a piece of that. Could this break Steve's duck? No, it won't. The call there to take a second base, perhaps a little late. But Steve Murray there with a double. Very nice indeed.
Now batting number 30, the first baseman.
Lee Hu, 1 of 2 today. 2 runs batted in.
Inside.
That one's inside. That one's over the plate. Lee's got a pick. My goodness me, hasn't even got that one. Has landed in the decorative fountain there as Lee Hu bats in 3 runs there. That one gone like a rocket, 469 feet. I wonder if that's actually the longest home run any Bulldozer Power player has hit so far this season.
The pitcher.
No pressure on Hicks Alpha. He's 0 for 2 today, but we frankly don't care. Just keep draining the pitches. Out to Mr. Sierra. That'll do nicely. He's not going to get very far on that one. And that's the first out for Bulldozer Power there, as Hicks Alpha hits a little tiddler there back to the pitcher. It's failure.
It's inside.
Not touching that one, bruv. What you throwing this time? Two balls, one strike. And failure swings, and he's going to get on base again. He may not be hitting these very far, but he's getting on base every time. And that's leading to an awful lot of runs being batted in by the sluggers that are coming up later on. And speaking of which, oh no, new pitching staff. Oh, by Cowie, we barely even knew you. Here's Oreste Shaftesbury is the next pitcher. And that was a very nice pitch. Strike one. That one was a garbage pitch. Strike, ball one. Shouldn't really have swung at that, and it's gone foul. That one also was a bit low. He's going to get everybody out. Yep, Hookers retires the side following a double play there. Breathe a sigh of relief there, Brown Sox, because that one could have got messy in a hurry. Hookers will be kicking himself for several ridiculously poor decisions on his at-bat there. And here's Alonzo Sharp.
Number 26, the third baseman.
Hard to say what that pitch was doing, but it's a strike anyway. Foul ball, strike two.
No.
That one was a little low, that's ball one. Bam Bam's got it, throws to first, and that's an out.
Now batting, number 19, the first baseman.
Joseph Reynolds, nice glasses. Bit high that one, but he's gone for it anyway. And that's another throw to first. Kaboosh. There we go. That's the second out there. And it's all down to Cesar Runette to try and salvage something from this disastrous innings at the top of the fifth. He's popped that one up. I don't think it's got the distance. I don't think it has. Carface has got him. Well, that's another hitless inning there. And frankly, the Brown Sox have only managed 6 hits so far in the game today. As we head into the bottom of the fifth, it's Bam Bam Puckeye up at the plate next.
Now batting, number 24, the shortstop.
1 or 2, a home run and a walk. She swung at that one a little bit late, and that's fouled out. She's got that, though, and that's gone straight to right field, and she'll get on base.
Now batting, number 62, the third baseman.
Here's Ninja Pumpkin. He'll be hoping for something good out of this. That's strike one. That's ball one. Oh, what are you doing swinging at that? Was very high. Silly Pumpkin. He's fouled that one out. His nerves have clearly not calmed down. He's fouled that one as well. That was another ball. He's just swinging at everything now. Doesn't care. That one's gone foul as well. Ninja Pumpkin all over the place. That one was a clear ball. He actually left that one alone. And he's fouled that one as well. That's a treat in the face for one lucky fan. And that one was low. He's caught out. That's a run out. And that was another double play there. Ninja Pumpkin having a disaster. If he steps up to the plate and does that again, I don't think he'll be seeing any more at-bats today. We'll put someone else in. Here's Carface. He's feeling pretty good about life. That one's gone very high. And that's a nice hit from Carface. That'll be enough to get him up to second. as he continues to lead the way on this team when it comes to base running majesty.
Number 13, the second baseman.
Is Sonny Watt batting 100 today, 3 singles as well, and a run batted in.
Pitch is inside.
Obviously, if he's batting 100, he's got at least a single, so that's largely a redundant statement to make. That's ball 2.
Pitch is outside.
That's ball 3.
Take your pick.
That's ball 4. He's going for a stroll. Pretty smooth idea, that one, because coming up pretty soon, I mean, Steve Morey is currently on fire, but he hasn't been at his best. He's not our best slugger, but where's that one going? Ball 1. But it wouldn't surprise me if they walked him here as well, although that was strike 1. They feel confident enough to get this done with him at the plate. Oh, and there you go. Steve caught by the first baseman, and he's going to sit home. And that was the first inning where Bulldozer Power failed to score, largely because of Pumpkin's completely hideous batting today.
The second baseman.
Here's Turnpike. What's he going to do? Is he going to get a hit? In fact, I thought that one was a little low, but he was caught directly there by Pumpkin on third. Whoever plays third. Was it Pumpkin plays third? I have no idea. No idea who's on third. Oh, come off it. That was a great pitch. Apparently not, though. That was ball 1. Here's Steggerson. He's still smiling, despite the fact that he's absolutely awful. And today's no different as he gets run out going to first.
Now batting number 42, the shortstop.
Here comes Chris Jock, 286 for the season. But then this team is winless. Oh, she's done nicely off that. I think, has Carface got the legs? No, he doesn't. She's going to get to second. Chris Jock will feel pretty happy about that.
Now batting number 14, the catcher.
Bob Cheese, team catcher. Is he going to show his leadership? No, that is the shortest foul ball I've ever seen. So was that. I think that one was even shorter than the first one. That's strike 2. And he's out running to first base there, and that's the side retired. They did manage to get a hit, but that's now 4 inning without any runs for the Brown Sox.
Now batting number 30, the first baseman.
Here's Lee Hu. He's having a very nice day.
Too low.
Counting for almost half of the runs for the whole team. Today, anyway. I mean, you know, generally speaking, he doesn't account for that much. And Lee Hu, fine player, obviously, but he's not renowned for being Mr. Scoring with his pants on fire. Here's Hicks Alpha, yet to get on base.
Too low.
Ball 1. Ball 2. And Hicks Alpha gets on base. A tremendous personal victory there for the pitcher. He managed to fox several fielders on the way there and brings up Failure with 2 on base already. Failure hits that one very nicely indeed, and that's going to be a run as Failure gets a double. Two on base again. Here comes Hookers, hoping to redeem himself after his last at bat. Leaves the first one. Failure there at second, clearly wants it. And that's a foul ball, strike 2. Hookers has got it, and that one's gone out to right field. That's going to be enough for another run. And he gets on base as well.
Now batting number 24, the shortstop.
Always dangerous is Bam Bam Puckeye. And let's go for another fielder, shall we? Why not? So we're changing up the pitching staff again as Mike Hackett comes on. We're also taking off Bob Cheese, bringing on Coco Catcher. playing catcher, just in case that wasn't clear. That's not good. Bam Bam retires the side there. No, doesn't retire the side. There's only one run out there, and that's the man running into home plate. So that's only one out. Bam Bam gets onto first, but that wasn't the best hit we've ever seen. Here's Ninja Pumpkin. He's looking for redemption. He's feeling quite tense. Swings at a clear ball there. He didn't swing at a clear ball there. That one's lovely. And that's gone off the fence at centre field, and Pumpkin gets on base. Nothing chancy in that one. There was a run available, but he's decided not to take it. And here's Wilbur Carface. Now that was very, very wide to the extent it looks like he might be being walked. Oh, steady on there, Chief. Don't throw it straight at his hip. That's a heck of an injury to recover from. There's ball 3. And strike 1. And there's ball 4. Carface is walking, and that's a walked run in there, which is magnificent. Here's Sonny Watt. Ball 1. And that's another out. The runners managed to get back to base just in time, but that's out number 2 as Steve Murray, 1 of 4 today, comes up to take his swing at Glory as the bases are loaded. That would have been a good swing at Glory, that one. That one's rubbish. Strike 1, ball 1. He's got that one, no. Oh, but it's gone to the shortstop. Is he going to make it? No, but not before getting a run in there, and that's 3 runs for Bulldozer Power, taking their score now at the top of the 7th inning to 15-2. Up next is Bardruth.
Now batting, number 20, the center fielder.
Hicks Alpha, still looking like he's in good condition. He's locked in, he's in the zone, he's feeling good, he's pitching well, and here's the first. It's a ball, but only very narrowly, and pretty much what he intended to do anyway. What are you talking about? Strike 1. Swish goes the bat. Thwap goes the ball into the glove. That one's popped up quite high. I don't think Lee Hoo's going to get under it. To be honest, he didn't really try. Clearly conserving himself for his next at bat. And that's another strikeout there for Hicks Alpha. He's going to be very pleased with himself after that one. Now, here's the replacement player, Coco Catcher. Let's see what he's got in his tank. That one's gone foul. That's strike 2. And he's run out going to first for out number 2.
Now batting, number 26, the third baseman.
Here comes Alonzo Sharp, 1 of 3 today. And that one's gone. Very foul indeed. Nice dive. That one was actually an appropriate dive. Failure couldn't quite get there in time. That's going to be a double. Look at the arm on Failure there. From the fence to second base with no interstitial fielding required. What a cannon of an arm he's got. That's not looking good. And that's out number 3, and the side is retired once again. They did manage another hit there, but the Brown Sox drought continues as we go into the 7th inning stretch. That's quite enough of that.
Now batting, number 30, the first baseman.
Here comes Lee Hoo. Swings at the first one, but it's gone foul. It was a good pitch, but he should have left it. He swung at the second one as well, and that one was actually a ball, but he's done enough to get on base. Hoo there, clearly very hungry to get a hit. Here comes Hicks Alpha. He's starting to feel a little bit more confident now. You couldn't tell it from his face. He still looks as nervous as ever. That one's a smidge high. That one... Ooh, was quite a bendy pitch, that one. That was strike one. There's ball two. And there we go. The classic Bulldozer Power nutmeg bat there goes straight through the pitcher's legs up to centre field. And Hicks Alpha gets on base again. And here comes failure. 4 for 4. Andy's been walked. This legend of a player. What's he going to pull out of his bag of batting tricks in the next couple of pitches? That's ball two, strike one. He's going to pop it right up in the air. The pitcher's underneath it. Never big up the players too much, I think, is the safe thing to say about that, as failure returns to the dugout with a big smile on his face as he has various beverages tipped over him as a result of that performance. Here's hookers. Ball one, strike one. Yeah, that did look quite good. Ball one, strike two. That one was way low. He's going to get out. He's going to get everybody. No, he didn't. He got the runner out, but he made it to first. And here comes Puckeye. She'll be hoping for something good today. She's only batting 500. Oh, let's have another pitcher. Why not? We've broken all of the ones you've sent so far. Throw us another one. It's Aloha Walter. Aloha to you, Walter.
Too low.
And that's ball one. And that's out. Puckeye got a good slice of that particular pitch, but hit it straight to the second baseman, and she's gone for a bit of a sit down. Top of the 8th inning, it is Bulldozer Power 15, and the Brown Sox 2.
Now batting, number 13, the right fielder.
Cesar Ranette. Oh, that's nice. That's gone. So that one bounces off the roof of the bike sheds there, disrupting whatever smokers are hiding behind it. And 420 feet. Cesar Ranette, his first home run of the season. He's very pleased with that. I don't think it's going to save the team, though. It depends what happens next.
Batting, number 4, the second baseman.
Here's Edvard Turnpike. Oh, fielding error. Oh, my goodness me. He was there. He had his glove underneath it and everything. And that's the third baseman there. And I suspect that's Pumpkin. If it's not Pumpkin, I forget where Pumpkin plays. Here's Steggerson, and pride dictates we can't let him get a hit. And he has got a hit, but he's hit it all the way to Carface, who gratefully gets underneath that one, says thank you very much, I'll take it. And Steggerson goes back to the dugout for further ridicule from the other Brown Sox. Chris Jock, who is arguably leading the way for the Brown Sox batting order today. That didn't go so well though, did it? She's run out going to first. Should have thrown to second first there, but doesn't really matter. Here's Aloha Walker, who is tense, and his reputation as a batter is awful. I maybe shouldn't have said that, although failure's underneath it. Thank you very much, Brown Sox. Sit down. So one extra run put in there by the Brown Sox takes them to 3 in total, and Ninja Pumpkin is next at bat. Third baseman, Ninja Pumpkin, still smiling, which is nice to see, but he's having a woeful performance today. That's ball one. That's ball two. Clearly the pitcher knows he can throw any kind of nonsense and Pumpkin will swing at it, but that one looks halfway decent. The shortstop makes a mistake, and Pumpkin gets on base, which hopefully will restore his confidence somewhat as Carface follows him up. His trademark point to the bleachers. What's he going to do today? He's going to leave that one. And now, is he going to deliver on the promise? No, he's going to hit that one foul. That's strike 2. That's a ball. Wisely left there by Carface. That one's a ball as well. Strike 2, ball 2. He goes for that one. Oh, that's not good. It's out number 1, out number 2. Double play for the third time in the game today, and that's not pleasing to see. For as much as it's a dominant performance, that is not the kind of thing we want to be happening regularly. That's a nice big out. Yeah, okay. Whoever that was, Bard Ruth got underneath it and retired the side, and that's Bulldozer Power all done and dusted there as we head into the ninth and final inning.
Center fielder.
Bardruth is at bat right now, and Hicks Alpha can round out the game here all on himself if he can just maintain his composure. And that's a pop-up. The pitcher's underneath it. Alpha wants it. He's got it.
Now batting, number 35, the catcher.
Here's Coco Catcher. Done nothing so far today, but he's only had one at bat because he was brought in for, I don't know. I don't know what reason he was brought in for. Clearly some player who wasn't doing very well. And he's not even going to make it a first. That's out number 2.
Now batting, number 26, the third baseman.
That's a foul ball. You possibly gathered that from the umpire yelling. That one's gone quite long, but it's out there at left field. That's the side retired. Bulldozer Power victorious once again. Hicks Alpha managing to stay at the mound for the entire game and winning as a result. I believe 9 hits in total. That's not remarkable, but even so, that's a nice walk off there for Bulldozer Power, who can just go home feeling quite good about themselves. Meanwhile, let's have a look and see who did particularly well today. Failure with 750 was consistent throughout, having been on base at almost every occasion. Hookers on a 640, Carface on 720, and the home runs today are your home run heroes: Hookers, Puckeye, and Lee Hu. On the pitching side of things, a very nice 7 strikeouts from Hicks Alpha, and he's going to feel pretty pleased about that. So the stars of the day: Lee Hu there, 4 of 5, 2 base hit, and a 5 runs batted in. Very, very nice from him. Followed by Hookers, followed by Carface. So another pleasing result there for Bulldozer Power. Maintains their lead at the head of the tactical division with 4 wins and no losses. 71 run difference after 4 games. Yes, and the difficulty will obviously increase before the next showdown. The Brown Sox at the bottom of the tactical division, 0-4, and will now run through the remainder of the games from this week. So it's the Ocelots versus the Dodgers. Ocelots obviously winning again there. Here's the Monty Express against the Pirates. Pirates with a comeback. Monty Express pushing forward. In the 9th innings, Monty Express take it 13-6. As the Explosives versus the Champions. Champions looking good for the win there. And here's the Swingers against the Fruit Bats. Swingers win. Then we've got the Leprechauns against the Aardvarks. And the Leprechauns running away with it 10-2. Fruit Bats against the Nomads. Fruit Bats come from behind to win it in the 9th, 10-4. Swingers, Eagles 4-1. Brown Sox against the Raptors. The Raptors looking very strong here. The Brown Sox with a little bit of a fight back, but a good fight back. 7-12. They eventually lost to the Raptors. Here's the Excavators against the Explosions, Explosives, whichever they are, and whoever it was won that one. One of those teams went by quite quickly. I was looking at what the correct name for the team was. Explosives. That's what they're called. So the change in the divisional standings at that point. We were just looking at it, but let's look at it again some more. Brown Sox now 0-5. Nomads 2-3, Excavators 2-3, Bulldozer Power 4-0 in the tactical division. In the smoothing division, it's the Monty Express on 3-1. Although they've got a game in hand, so they could stretch that lead over the Regal Raptors on 3-2, the Aardvarks on 3-2, and the Leprechauns also on 3-2. The smoothing division, the winningest division at the present time. Moving over to the Tree Gun division, and it's the Ocelots on 4-0 ahead of the Swingers 3-2, the Eagles 2-3, and the Dodgers 1-3. In the Bombastic division is the Champions that are leading the way with a game in hand, 3-1, ahead of the Fruit Bats 3-2, Explosives 1-4, and the Pirates 0-4. Up next in the schedule for Bulldozer Power is another winless team. It is the Pirates. Fowler Stiffbottom, allegedly, is their pitcher for the day. And we'll be looking out for So Zeopath, D Thunderer and B Rossi as their star players, and it's Mr. Feetham for his second game of the season who will be leading our pitching charge for the day. I do hope you can tune in for that. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe to make sure you've got your season ticket intact. This has been Super Mega Baseball, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.